everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be closing out my March budget, so let's get started. Alright, as you can see here, I did already fill out all of my numbers, and that is because I already shot this video, but I didn't like it because I made so many mistakes because I was confusing myself with the numbers and everything. So I'm basically just going to do a retake and just talk through everything that has been done for the month of March. So as you can see here, for my paycheck one, I did bring in $2,132.10. For paycheck two, I brought home $2,155.68. And then lastly, for miscellaneous, $60. And these numbers all total to be $4,347.78. And to see a breakdown of how each paycheck went for paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, check out my results video for both. Alright, so back to the monthly view. Looking over my expenses, everything so far, or not so far, everything went as planned. So phone bill was $75, Xfinity was $26.65, auto was $133.17, utilities was $209. Phone bill number 2, which is my boyfriend's phone, came in at $135.21. My mortgage, which was $1,314.92, I did not make a payment, and I'll tell you why in a second. Scripper Prince Co. will be $33.34 because that is due tomorrow on April 1st. And then Verizon, same thing, will be $109.89 due tomorrow on the 1st. And Perkins loan was paid for $138.86. So when you total all of these expenses up, not including my mortgage, you get a total of $861.12. Moving on to cash and savings, I did take out cash envelopes for $885. I did save my sinking funds for $480. And then for my personal, I did spend over $500. I spent a total of $660.97, which brings my cash and savings to a total of $2,025.97. Alright, and then my unbudgeted was $712.06. My debt snowball payment from paycheck number 1 was $143.42. So looking at my totals here, my total income was $4347.78. My bills and expenses was $861.12. Total cash and savings was $2025.97. And then with subtracting the unbudgeted of $712.06 and also subtracting my debt snowball of $143.42, that leaves me with a total remaining of $605.21. Now this $605.21 is supposed to be for my April's mortgage, and I did not pay my April mortgage because that's how I was able to fund all of the unbudgeted expenses from my weekly check-in from number 3 and 4. I did spend or overspend in groceries, household, and self-care funds by $712.06. So that's why my remaining is $605.21, and that's because I did not make my mortgage payment for April, and this is where this money would be applied to. So I'm currently waiting for my April paychecks to pay my April mortgage, and that's because of this pandemic. So basically what I'm doing is I'm delaying my mortgage payment every month, just so that I can fund anything that's unexpected that comes up, like buying extra groceries and stuff. So because I did that, my April payment for my mortgage will be late, and then as I get paid again in April, I will pay my mortgage. And then if I need to use my May's budget or my May's mortgage to fund anything before my May mortgage payment is made, I'll do the same thing for that money. I will use it for any unbudgeted expenses, and then I'll just pay my May mortgage late. All right, So paycheck 1, check out the results video to see that. Paycheck 2, check out the results video to see this. Moving on to sinking funds. I did end the month with these amounts in my sinking funds. That totals $1,365. I'm going to pull out my sinking funds just to go ahead and count them with you. The first four is my cash envelopes, which is gas, groceries, household, and laundry. And these I verified with you in my weekly check-in number 4. So starting with vacation, I'm supposed to have $450. So I have 1, 2, 3, 350, 4, 450. And during this pandemic, I'm obviously not traveling or going on vacation anywhere, and I probably won't anytime soon, even after the pandemic. I'm just saving the money for when I do decide to go somewhere, but obviously if I need to tap into this money for emergencies, I will do so. But while I currently don't need it per se, I'm just going to continue saving for it. Next is self-care, which should have 0, and it does. Pets should have $15, 10, 15, and it does. So all good there. Next is car maintenance. It should have $220, and let's verify that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220. Okay, definitely want to keep this money for car maintenance. Next is gifts, which should have $30, 20, 30, and it does. This is another category that's no longer a priority, so if an emergency occurs, I will use this money, but right now I don't need to, so I will continue saving for it in April. Eating out is 0, and it is. My 30th birthday should have $340. So 1, 2, 3, 320, 340. This category is a little touchy for me. Ultimately, if I need it for emergencies, I will use it, but I hope that I don't. And this will be the very last category that I use in case of an emergency. So fingers crossed for this that I won't need to use it, but if I do, I will, but it's going to be last resort. Next is vet and grooming, and this should have $200. I recently added $180, so the total make this a total of $200, because at the beginning of the month I only added in $20 with you, but later on in March I did add an additional $180, and I also switched out the bills as well. So there, as you can see, there's $200 here, 50, 100, 150, 200. And that was just to jumpstart this envelope, because last month one of my cats did have an eye infection and I was not prepared for it financially. Next is home projects, which should have $110. 50, 100, 110. Alright, so that is all good. There's nothing in my debt snowball envelope, but I do have rollover from my cash envelopes, which was the gas, which was $120, and then laundry has $30. So I think I'm going to just store it in my debt snowball envelope, although I'm not going to pay any debt right now, but I think I'll just leave it in there because I do plan on restuffing my envelopes on my next payday, which is April 3rd, and I'm going to like refill everything. So I'm going to still pull this money to the side, and I'm just going to store it in here, but I'm not going to make a debt payment at this time. So just to count it all together, it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. And I'm just going to keep this on the side for safekeeping. And once this pandemic is over and things are back to normal, or I at least feel safe enough to make debt payments again, I will, and I will be using that money to do so if I don't use it for any other reason before then. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and add here that I am paying, or should I say adding, $150. Okay, and that was rolled over from gas and laundry. Okay, so these envelopes are currently not active. Christmas, babe's birthday, and lawn care. Lawn care will start in April, so I'll just go ahead and move this over. I will be stuffing this on April 3rd. And that's because there's a local guy that just cuts the grass for the neighbors, and it's really just to help him out. I don't need someone to cut the grass, but it's more so like a helping someone out type of thing. And I'm sure during this time, I mean, I don't know if he's for sure going to come around because he might think no one's going to pay to get their lawn cut. But if he does come around, I'm going to save some money for him in case he wants to do it. It won't be the usual amount that I pay him, but it will be something because I don't think he has a regular job. I think he just do little side hustles to get by. So I'm willing to still support him in that aspect, especially during this time. But it will be for a reduced amount, just because, you know, my finances has reduced as well. So yeah, that's my plan for that. So that's everything for my sinking funds. So in total, that was $1,365. Next, for my debt tracker, for my Great Lake loans, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all of those loans are grouped together when you make a payment, and I made a total payment for $199.02. Some of this money went towards interest for all 5 loans, but a bulk of this payment went towards Great Lakes loan number 2 as a targeted payment. And then for UAS, I had a standard minimum payment due of $138.86 that I did pay, which gives me a total of debt paid for this month of $337.88. For March, my goal was $250, and as you can see, I exceeded that goal because I paid $337.88. When I originally made this goal, I forgot to include my UAS loan, but since I did forget it, that's why I exceeded my goal of $250. And then, without saying, you know, my April and May goal of $1,000 and $1,500 will most likely not happen because I'm currently not paying off debt. Although I'm not paying off debt, I'll probably save money towards debt for when I do resume my payments. But for right now, I'm going to keep the money for any unexpected expenses or emergencies while we're in this pandemic. But once things is all free and clear, I will resume payments, and I'll just share with you all those payments that I make. All right. So for my next page is the variable income. Feel free to check this video out to see the breakdown of my tax return and what I did with the money. This is just a little dashboard page that I did, and these are just 2 monthly highlights. My boyfriend started a new job, and then I was sent home to start working from home. And then this is my monthly view. And as you can see, I ended the month with 2 no spend days, and I had my 1 remaining bill, phone bill for $135.21 that was due on the 29th, and that's been paid. Lastly, for my to-dos, my Real ID appointment, which is to get a new driver's license with the star on the right hand corner for traveling. That appointment was canceled and rescheduled for June. FR meeting stands for family reunion meeting, which was held early March, and it was successful. I received my IRS letter of appeal because there was an issue with my 2016 tax return that came up for some reason this year, but that issue is now resolved and I'm free in the clear. I don't owe any money to anybody. For my goals, one of them was to do kettlebell swings every other day with my boyfriend for a workout challenge, and I did not stick to that routine. The second goal was to pay off Perkins loan, and I did not do that as well because this pandemic just escalated very quickly. So I'm just holding on to my money until I feel safe enough to resume my payments. And then lastly, my goal was to reimburse my emergency fund because I tapped into it last month to pay for an eye infection for one of my cats, and I did reimburse that money. Alright, and then that's pretty much everything. This is just the page where I like start doing Plan With Me's. So that is basically it for this budget recap for the month of March. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye.